From Jeff, spelled Geoff, like an idiot. No. You usually support, or at least are supportive of the police, but what do you think of the fact that California has a busted cop list that they will not make public? Now, I have been, over the years, supportive of law enforcement. I think that cops generally tend to do their job well. There are bad apples. In California, I had no idea that there were these many bad apples, but this is true. California actually does have a list of bad guys here, a list of people that they don't want you to know about. So it says California keeps a secret list of criminals, cops, but you can't have it. So cops who have been busted, gone through the justice system, been convicted of committing bad acts on the job, have their identities protected. Why? I'm actually completely against this. I think that this is ridiculous. And this is just California once again being California. Saying here their crimes range from shoplifting to embezzlement to murder. Some of them molested kids and downloaded CP. Others beat their wives, girlfriends, or children. One thing they had in common, a badge. Is it just me, or does that feel like you would see that on like the front like poster of a movie? Their crimes range from shoplifting, embezzlement to murder. Some of them molested kids and downloaded child pornography. Others beat their wives, girlfriends, or children. The one thing they had in common, a badge. Yeah, I could see that being a Lifetime movie. Anyway, thousands of California law enforcement officers have been convicted of a crime in the past decade. Jesus. According to records released by a public agency that sets standards for the officers in the Golden State. The revelations are alarming, but the state's top cop says Californians do not have the right to see them. In fact, Attorney General Xavier Becerra warned two Berkeley-based reporters that simply possessing this never-before publicly released list of convicted cops is a violation of the law. It's a violation of the law to have it be publicly known what cops have done while they were officers, what they were convicted of. I know. I think that at that point in time, they lose that anonymity. They're a public servant. They're a public servant. They're not like, you know, titans of industry that have the money to make this go away. They're cops who did shitty things. They don't deserve any special treatment. Now, the California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, just known as POST, provided the information last month in response to routine public records requests from reporters for the investigative reporting arm at UC Berkeley and its production arm Investigative Studios. But when Becerra's office learned about the disclosure, it threatened the reporters with legal action unless they destroyed the records, insisting that it was confidential under state law and were released inadvertently. Nah, screw that. I agree here, this next line here. Two journalism organizations have rejected the Attorney General's demands. 100%. 100%. But look at this here. This document provides a rare glimpse at the volume of officer misconduct at a time of heightened interest over police accountability. Completely true. The list includes cops who have trafficked drugs, cops who stole money from their departments, and even ones who robbed a bank wearing a fake beard. Some sexually assaulted suspects, others took bribes, filed false reports, and committed perjury. A large number drove under the influence of drugs and alcohol, sometimes killing people on the road. These are not good acts that need to be protected from, you know, society because like of the national security reasons. It's not like you're watching a movie where like a standard beat cop gets brought in to save the world inadvertently and they say, well, you know, you did good, Sonny, but we can't tell the world about it, you know, politics, reasons, and national security. It's not like that. The cop gets drunk and kills somebody and you cover it up? Nah. No. They're meant to uphold the law. Those who break the law in the process, man, screw that. Screw that. Now, the Berkeley journalists did choose to not publish the entire list until they could spend more time reporting to avoid misidentifying people among the nearly 12,000 names in the document. Look, that's the thing with this one. It's a good idea that they are, in fact, holding off to make sure that they don't misidentify somebody, because that's a hell of a thing to misidentify somebody. This is the world we live in now, where one accusation destroy a life. It can destroy a life. Now, the truth is, like, I cover a lot of crazy stuff, and usually it's the accusation. In the case of the dude who dipped his nuts in salsa, there's video evidence. That's not real, allegedly, at that point. He did it, right? But in other cases, when you have this kind of list and this kind of alleged activity, well, not really alleged activity, these people were convicted. They were convicted. 12,000 officers in the state of California, a state with 40 million people over the span of the last decade, is a frighteningly high number. 1,200 cops, 120 cops would still be a frighteningly high number, but 12,000 officers that are currently being protected by the state's attorney general because he says that state law prohibits that list from going public. Screw that. Californians, not just them, Americans in general, I think people in general have a right to know, have an absolute right to know if the police that are assigned to protect their neighborhoods, protect their cities, have done these sort of things and have been caught for. We need to know. I think we need to know. I think if you can sit there and publish the name and identity of someone accused of a crime because they were accused of a crime and therefore it becomes public record, and then the consensus is they did it, but you're protecting cops, that's a double standard, man. We don't do that crap. It's either all or none. And since the other side of it is not going to get any leeway, not going to be protected under state law, that their identity be protected until they actually are convicted of a crime, F that. These guys have been convicted of a crime. They have been convicted of wrongdoings, and yet they don't get the opportunity to face the same kind of public scrutiny as everybody else. That is a load of crap. Just an absolute load of garbage. You all know it. And quite frankly, it's absolutely fucking sickening that we're even having this conversation. I wish the journalists well. UC Berkeley did something good. I think they should be commended that their independent investigative arm is going to be fighting the state of California on this one. You figure it wouldn't happen with Berkeley, but they are doing it. And let's see what shakes loose, because I think this is what needs to be out there. I do. They're not above the law. No one is above the law. And I think that if you break it and you're convicted, it's out there. It's out there. They're no different. If it could happen to me, it should happen to them 100%. Right? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this clip from Whatever. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe. You can even submit your own stories to peskyadblock@gmail.com or call the voicemail line. If you want to help support the channel financially, you can always join the channel, become a member today, or go to patreon.com/MundayMatt. Thank you guys again so much. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.